Hey Mick, great to see you.
It's good to see you too, Joe.
I think you're coming up on 1 year in the position at CompuCom. Is that right? Is it June?
It is June, yes.
Okay, so June's the first anniversary. So if you were to think back, you joined CompuCom in June 2019, you probably had a whiteboard or some sort of overview of what you thought the position would entail and the journey you would go on. As we fast forward 1 year, does that journey resemble what you thought it would be, or is it completely different?
At a high level, I'd say the journey resembles what I thought. Obviously, the details moved.
Yeah.
When I joined CompuCom, I did it for a couple reasons. One, I'd known the company and its rich heritage. I have a passion around the opportunity to support all this distributed technology that we have in the world. And I truly believe there is an opportunity to elevate the employee experience with technology. And I talked a lot about the future of work. I would say the biggest thing that changed from when I joined now is I didn't think we'd get there this fast, and it took an unfortunate circumstance to accelerate the future of work, but here we are.
Yeah, it really did. So, before we get to that acceleration, obviously the coronavirus and the pandemic and the economic impact, but before we get to that, tell me a little bit about your original game plan when you came in. Did you, as I understand it, I tuned into earnings calls, et cetera. I think there were certain services that CompuCom de-emphasized, and then others where you doubled down and said, here's the opportunity for us, here's where we're going to go. Can you tell us a little bit where you doubled down?
Yeah, I'll use a bit of an analogy. I could see the game being played out from the stands as I looked in at CompuCom, but I was still in the stands. So, the first day one, first couple of weeks, as I was now down on the field, if you will, spent a lot of time talking to my team, spent time talking to our partners and our customers, and that got me further energized. I knew we had a great team. We have phenomenal customer relationships and a tremendous opportunity. And so, you take that 90 days forward, and the big thing for me was we had a good team. We needed to change the plays in the playbook. So to the point you made, we spent a lot of time saying, okay, let's get back to what we're really good at, and let's focus on where we want to go. So I spent a lot of time talking to my team about working with my team on our vision. And we landed right where CompuCom's always been known for. We connect people, technology, and the edge with a seamless experience. CompuCom's always been known at being really good at supporting technology that's distributed and supporting end users. And that's what we got back to. We got things a little more simple, a little more focused, and emphasized what we were great at.
Okay, all right. Now, on the one hand, I'm sure a lot of viewers are familiar with CompuCom. Others may not be familiar with it. So give me a little bit of an overview. When people hear IT services, managed services, IT projects, those types of offerings, that could be enterprise related, it could be mid-market, it could be small business. Is there a sweet spot that you're in right now?
Yeah, I think where we're focused is on bringing a holistic experience to the distributed workforce. And what do I mean by that? Everything from the technology product, supporting the end user, supporting distributed technology. We fix the I can't get to problems. We make sure that, if you've got the right access privileges, your network's working, your device is working, and it's appropriately managed. That's what we do. We just make it easy for people to work with technology.
Mm-hmm. And then is there a target customer size that you're going after most often, or is it pretty broad?
Well, I think that's part of the opportunity for us. We've been known as targeting the enterprise space. We absolutely target enterprises. One of the things we're doing in conjunction with Office Depot is how can we take that enterprise quality experience of connecting people and technology in the edge to another more perhaps underserved market, that middle market. So we're actually piloting some new offers in the market right now.
Okay, all right. Fast forward if you can. We're not quite at COVID in terms of the discussion, but before COVID hits, earlier this year in 2020, the company's most recent earnings really talked about CompuCom making significant progress in terms of the business and the focus and the execution. Give me some of the high points. Where do you think you're executing well right now?
Yeah, well, we definitely have made some good progress. Obviously, some of the things that we talked about, the new strategy, we talked about focusing around some core offerings. We also took some steps to reconfigure how we were serving our customers and elevating their customer experience. I'll give you some examples. We talked about in this latest quarter, we had over 300 million in new contract signings, total contract value, and 8 new logo customers. So again, the message is getting out there, it's resonating. And you know, the thing that brought it to life for me was with our new focus on how we're engaging our customers and the offers we're bringing to them, we got a tremendous amount of positive feedback and kudos from our customers as we went through this really, truly unprecedented time. And it just showcased that the efforts we're making are absolutely showing results.
Good to hear, good to hear. So let's move forward a little bit. Coronavirus, pandemic, economic fallout, but also opportunity. I mean, what did you see as this began to be the reality, particularly here in the United States? What did you see in terms of the trends, the challenges, and the opportunities?
Yeah, well, truly unprecedented times, and you know, heart goes out to all those that have been affected by it. But you know, we saw the impact early on with a lot of requests from our customers. I'm happy to say we remain fully operational, uninterrupted service to our customers throughout, supporting essential businesses. But we saw things like in one of our distribution centers, our volume increased nearly overnight by 50%. Wow. We were getting requests from customers, can I get 250 new laptops configured to my image and can you ship them tomorrow? We help businesses migrate thousands of people, literally thousands of people in multiple different businesses to work from home. And then we had to support them because they'd never worked from home. So questions about how do I do my VPN, two-factor authentication, all kinds of things that they've never been exposed to. So we've helped our customers get through all those work from home challenges. And I'm just super proud of how our team responded and the service we've delivered for our customers. You know, that's sort of the, what did we see? You asked also about what do we see going forward? And you know, for me, I mentioned it earlier on about the future of work. One of the hypotheses we had was that things were going to evolve. We actually believed we were going to see more remote work. And we were, again, not that I would wish these times on anybody, but we knew we had some unique capabilities that would enable us to support that better than others. Because whether it's the technology, actually getting you the hardware, getting it provisioned and configured, getting it to you, providing the support around it, being able to dispatch technicians to go install or repair things on site, whether that be in a store, perhaps at distributed office locations, or who knows, maybe in the future at homes. And then also being able to manage the telemetry. We've been investing a lot in our systems, so remote diagnostics and healing, AI-driven customer support tools, all those investments. And being able to do that end-to-end of connecting people and technology with a seamless experience, we just want people to have a good experience. And we think we've got all the pieces that'll do that. And so when you look at the new dynamics of a more distributed workforce, there's a lot of organizations that have just assembled their end user support around a particular location, the office or a solution cafe. That'll still be important. We provide that service to a lot of customers. But we think they're going to need to expand it, and we've got all the capabilities to expand it. And then we also think they're going to have to up-level it when you think about security at home, resilience around networks, and maybe some backup. How, you know, it's amazing to me the number of conversations we have with the customers that aren't taking all the full advantages of some of the security and data prevention features in Microsoft 365. So thinking through that whole new model, making sure we're adapted for this distributed workforce. We're having those conversations with our customers, and we look forward to helping make sure they can create a first-class experience for their users.
So that experience, so we're recording this, I think it's May 28th, 2020, give or take, where I'm in New York, I'm based in New York. We're starting to open up a bit here. Companies across the country are starting to talk about, here's how much we will open up our offices, how quickly or how slowly we'll do it, and what percentages of people will come back. There's all this dialogue about just how much the pendulum will swing back, or are we in a hybrid? My long-winded question is, are you going to take this next step with the customer base? Now, first they have to lock down that work from home scenario, but now it's a work from anywhere scenario, really, going forward. What's the mindset there? Do you now have a new touch point with the end customer, talk about, here's really where we're going to have to go with you?
Yeah, well, for us, it all starts with the employee experience. How do we make sure that there's a good employee experience? The silver lining, if there is one in all this, is I think customers are going to be able to reach and engage a whole new set of workers that maybe they haven't, because they're willing to have people who are more permanently remote. They're willing to have workers, or excited to have workers who maybe couldn't commute into the office physically or for a variety of different reasons. So I think there's a huge benefit to employers, but you know, we're still going to need to create a first-class experience for those individuals, and that's what we're going to help them with, whether it's at the office, whether it's somebody who's permanently remote, or whether it's somebody who is on a flexible schedule where maybe some mornings they're in the office, maybe some mornings they're at home.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely going to be a flex workforce, without a doubt. I agree. Tell me a little bit more about your priorities for the rest of 2020. Here's one key question for you. A little bit of background on me. You know, I bet my journalism career early on managed services and recurring revenues, but I was never one to say that the entire world is going that way. I always thought there would still be project work and IT, you know, break fix work, etc. That's my bias, but I have no idea what your bias and vision is. Just how much do you think you will shift CompuCom to more of a recurring revenue managed in cloud approach versus traditional IT projects, et cetera? And how far are you on that journey?
Yeah, so here's how I think about our business, Joe. We have about a quarter of our business, which is product oriented. We do a lot of work with the likes of Lenovo and HP, Cisco, Microsoft, and Apple. And so it's about getting the right technology to people to be productive. But the 3/4 of our business is services, and the bulk of that is annuity. Again, long-standing relationships with customers providing an ongoing service. Some of it is project work. Think of it as, I need to open a new office, I need to bring on new users or move to a new building, or I need to upgrade some technology infrastructure. But a lot of it is, can you help me basically make sure that my people in technology get connected and just work? And that for us is an annuity. And so that, you know, when I mentioned earlier, we signed a number of new customers. When I look at those customers, for the vast majority of them, there's a strong annuity component. Some of them have some project components as well.
Got it, got it. And without pre-announcing any major news or anything, but for the rest of 2020, key priorities, where are you going to focus your time and efforts, both you personally as well as the company?
Yeah, well, simply put, it's supporting our customers. Our customers are in different stages. As you mentioned, our customers will have different priorities and different schedules. So the number one thing for us is supporting them on their, what I'll refer to as back to the workplace journey. You know, we need to help them shape the model that they're going to evolve to support their distributed workforces. And I think you articulated it really well. One size won't fit all. So we're going to work with our customers to customize that. And then, you know, for us, we're exploring different things, perhaps how we can unlock some of the Office Depot footprint to support these distributed workers. We're doing, making investments around whether it's security or better remote networking. We're investing in our tools for telemetry and remote monitoring. So all with the focus very simply of how do we create a better experience for the distributed workforce.
Got it, got it. And then for the viewer or reader who wants to get some more information about CompuCom, where do they go?
Well, they could certainly visit us at CompuCom.com, and we'd love to engage with them.
Fantastic. Hey, Mick, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Joe, thank you. Appreciate it.